A few years ago, I leased an apartment from a friend who had recently purchased and renovated it. Initially put up for sale without finding a buyer, I decided to rent it temporarily. Shortly after moving in, I became aware of something unsettling about my neighbor. Despite being around 45 years old, she appeared much older and spent her nights loudly engaging with Christian radio programs. This constant noise disrupted my sleep, prompting me to confront her. Upon visiting her apartment, I caught a glimpse inside, a disheveled space adorned with crosses painted in various colors, along with religious phrases like Jesus and angels scrawled across the walls. The atmosphere was grim, with blackened windows and damp decades-old carpets covered in dog waste and cockroaches, despite the absence of a dog. When I asked her to keep the noise down, she responded by turning up the radio even louder, ignoring my request. Later that night, with my girlfriend staying over, I awoke to the silhouette of a figure beside our bed. Initially dismissing it as a half-asleep hallucination, I soon realized it was my neighbor, holding something in her hand. She had broken into our apartment unnoticed, advising us to lock our doors before leaving. The following morning, I heard strange noises emanating from below my window, my neighbor speaking in tongues while clutching a plastic bag containing her deceased pet dog. Overcome with fear, I sought answers from another resident who shared my apprehension. He recounted a chilling encounter where she had intruded into his home, wielding a power drill as he watched TV with his children. Fearing for our safety, I contacted the authorities, only to learn that she was a known and untreated schizophrenic. Due to her ownership of the apartment, law enforcement could not intervene without her consent. In a desperate bid to safeguard the neighborhood, I monitored her movements, eventually alerting the police during a late-night trip to a nearby convenience store. Responding swiftly, law enforcement detained her and transported her to a mental health facility, erasing her presence from our lives almost as quickly as she had appeared. Despite her absence, haunting memories of her unsettling presence lingered, plaguing me with recurring nightmares.